Why do Japanese people throw money at shrines? It's not charity. It's not payment. And yet, millions do it every New Year, hoping for something. But what exactly? This ritual is called Saisen, a tradition that's been around for centuries. To the outsider, it might look like people are simply tossing coins into a wooden box. But to the Japanese, it's a deeply symbolic act, a quiet moment of connection between human and spirit, between wish and world. From the sound of the coin to the meaning behind the bow, every gesture has purpose. Even the 5 yen coin plays a special role, thanks to a clever twist in language. But don't be mistaken, this isn't a transaction. This is something much more beautiful and much more mysterious. In this video, we'll explore the hidden meanings, cultural roots, and spiritual elegance of Saisen. Why it's done, how it's done, and what it reveals about the Japanese view of life, luck, and reverence. Let's begin with the basic question. What exactly is Saisen? Section 1. What is Saisen? The mystery behind a coin toss. Why do Japanese people throw money at shrines? Isn't that a little strange? You walk into a quiet shrine. Suddenly, someone tosses a coin clink. Then they bow, clap, bow again. No priest, no sermon, just a ritual. But what does it mean? This act is called Saisen. It literally means a monetary offering. But it's more than just tossing spare change. It's a conversation, a quiet, one-sided prayer. Not in words but in rhythm, posture, sound. In many Western cultures, giving money at a religious site feels formal. There's a basket, there's a purpose. It's planned, structured, sometimes pressured. But in Japan, Saisen feels casual. You drop a coin, make a wish, and walk away. There's no rule about how much to give, no one watching, no one judging. And that freedom, that's part of the beauty. But here's the twist. It only looks casual. In reality, it's full of hidden meanings. Every gesture, every sound has a reason. And here's a question for you. In your country, how do people make wishes? Do they toss coins, light candles, whisper to the sky? Let us know in the comments. Because this single act, this Saisen, tells a story far deeper than it seems. Section 2. Shrines, not churches. The unique way Japan prays. Imagine going to a church. You walk in quietly, you sit, you pray. It's calm, organized, maybe even a little stiff. Now picture a Japanese shrine. There's no indoor hall, no seats, no pastor, no singing, just open air, wooden structures, and a huge rope hanging in front. And yet this is a sacred place. This contrast is important, because how you pray says a lot about how you see the world. Western religions often focus on spoken prayers, confession, and moral guidance. Japanese shrines? They focus on gesture, on presence, on feeling. You don't need to be religious to visit a shrine. There's no membership, no pressure. You can just walk in, toss a coin, and offer a thought. It's more about the moment than the message. That's why many Japanese visit shrines on New Year's Day. Not to follow strict rules, but to reset, to start again, to express hope quietly, without words. And here's something fascinating. Most Japanese don't even think of this as praying in the Western sense. They say they're just paying respects, or saying hello to the gods. It's informal, but deeply sincere. There's a gentle wisdom in this style. It doesn't shout, it doesn't preach, it simply invites you to be present, to reflect, to let go. So when you see someone throw a coin and bow, remember it's not a performance, it's a private moment in a public place. Section 3. Throw, clap, bow. The ritual steps explained. It's not just about throwing a coin. It's a ritual, a sequence, a quiet performance of meaning. First you walk up to the offering box. There's usually a small bell or rope hanging above. You bow slightly. You toss your coin. It lands with a distinct metallic clink. And that sound? It matters. Next, you bow deeply, once. Then, you clap your hands. Not softly, but clearly. Twice. Then, you bow again. Each of these steps has meaning. The bow shows respect. The coin is your offering. The clap? It wakes up the gods. It says, I'm here. Please listen. Then silence. You hold your hands together. You make a wish, not out loud, not with your lips, but with your heart. This is the moment where time slows down. Even in a busy shrine, people pause. No one rushes this step. It's short but sacred. And here's something interesting. These steps are so well known in Japan. Most people don't even think about them. It's just natural, like breathing. But for outsiders, it can feel like a dance. A graceful, simple pattern. But also mysterious. There's no guidebook posted. No instructions shouted. Just people moving with quiet purpose. It's beautiful to watch, and even more meaningful to try. So next time you visit a shrine, remember it's not just a ritual. It's a message from you to something greater. Section 4. Why coins? And why that box? Why coins? Why not bills? Why throw the minto, a wooden box with slats? It seems random, but in Japan, very few things are truly random. Let's start with the coins. Coins are simple. They make sound, and sound matters. In Shinto, sound can purify. It can also call the gods. The sharp metallic clink when the coin hits the box? That's not noise. That's part of the prayer. Paper bills are quiet. They don't make that sound. They feel too formal, too cold. That's why most people choose coins. Now, what about the box? It's not just a container. It's called a Saisen, a box with deep meaning. Look closely. The top has wooden slats. They're not just for catching coins. They also prevent you from seeing the money pile up. Why? Because the amount doesn't matter. No one is there counting. No one cares how much you gave. It's about the act, not the value. Even the design has intent. Wood feels natural, pure. No glass, no locks, no greed. And here's a quiet truth. Many people throw just 5 yen. That's about 3 cents, but it's done with sincerity. In the end, this isn't about donation. It's about connection. The coin, the box, the sound, it's a ritual of presence. So next time you hear that small metallic chime, know that something sacred just happened. And it all started with a simple coin. Section 5. The sound of sincerity. Why noise matters. Isn't silence more respectful? That's what many people think, especially in the West. In a church, in a temple, in prayer we whisper or say nothing. But at a Japanese shrine, you bow, you clap, you toss a coin. It's not silent, and that's the point. In Shinto, sound is sacred. It purifies, it awakens, it connects. Think about the Suzuth bell hanging at many shrines. People shake it hard. The ringing is sharp and loud. It's not noise, it's a call, a respectful way to say, I'm here. The same goes for clapping. You clap twice not for applause, but to get the gods' attention. The sharper, the better. It's sincerity, not show. The coin's metallic sound, it cuts through the air. It's a sign of presence, a signal of intent. I've come to pray. Please listen. Now think, how do we express sincerity in your culture? Through silence? Through stillness? In Japan, they express it with action, with sound, but not any sound. It's controlled, purposeful, ritualized, and that gives it power. This might feel strange if you're used to silent worship, but here, it's not about being quiet. It's about being real, being present, being clear. So next time you see someone clapping at a shrine, don't think they're being rude. They're following a code, an ancient way of saying, I'm here, and my heart is, too. Section 6. 5 yen for fortune. The power of wordplay. Why do so many Japanese people offer exactly 5 yen at shrines? It's not because it's the cheapest. It's because of something deeper, something clever. In Japanese, the word for 5 yen is go-en. But go-en also means connection or fate, a good relationship, a meaningful bond. So giving 5 yen is like wishing for good luck with words. This is classic Japanese culture. Simple, subtle, symbolic, a play on sounds that carries real emotional weight. It's not about the amount. It's about intention. You could offer 10,000 yen but it wouldn't mean connection. Only 5 yen does. That's why even people who are wealthy, Still reach for that one, humble, golden coin. It's round. It has a hole. It feels old-fashioned, but it holds real meaning. Now here's a question for you. In your country, do numbers have special meanings? Does the sound of a word ever influence your traditions? In Japan, language is more than communication. It's a tool of emotion, a bridge between what you say and what you feel. And that's why this tiny coin worth just a few cents becomes a powerful message to the gods. It says, please grant me a good connection to a job, to a person, to the future. So next time you visit a shrine, reach for a 5 yen coin. It's not much, but it might just be everything. Section 7. It's not a transaction, it's a symbol. Let's be honest. When people give money at a church or temple, they often expect something in return. A blessing, a miracle, a promise of peace. But in Japan, Saisen doesn't work like that. You're not buying good luck. You're not paying for favors. You're offering something without strings. It's not a transaction. It's a symbol, a gesture of gratitude, a moment of humility. When someone throws a coin at a shrine, they're not saying, give me success. They're saying, thank you for letting me be here. Please continue to watch over me. It's quiet, it's soft, but it's sincere. This is why no one asks for receipts. No one expects proof. There's no priest counting the money. There's just a box and a belief. And maybe that's the point. The act of giving without expecting, of thanking before receiving. It reflects something deeper in Japanese culture. A respect for unseen forces. A belief that what you send out comes back in time, not because you forced it, but because you released it. And the coin? It becomes a bridge between your inner world and the world beyond. You're not demanding, you're connecting, not shouting, but whispering, not bargaining, but believing. So next time you see someone toss a coin, don't ask what they want, ask what they're thankful for. Because Saisen is not about the wish, it's about the spirit behind it. Section 8. From samurai to salaryman, a ritual that never changed. Think about this. People in Japan have been throwing coins at shrines for centuries. Samurai did it, merchants did it, farmers did it, and today office workers still do it. Students, retirees, everyone. How is it possible that this one ritual never changed? In a world that moves so fast, where technology evolves daily, and values shift constantly, why has Saisen remained the same? Because it touches something timeless. Something deeper than trends or tools. No matter the era, people still face uncertainty. They still hope. They still fear. And they still need to feel connected to something greater. For the samurai, it may have been about protection in battle. For the merchant, prosperity. For the farmer, a good harvest. For the salaryman, maybe just surviving another Monday. But the act itself hasn't changed. A coin, a bow, a quiet moment, no screens, no lights, no data, just you and the shrine. That's powerful. In many countries, religious rituals evolve, modernize, or fade away. But in Japan, traditions often stay still in purpose, not out of stubbornness, but out of reverence. Saisen is one of those traditions. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it's real. And because it's real, it survives. So next time you're at a shrine, look around. You might see an old man, a young woman, a child. All doing the same thing. All connecting across generations, through a simple coin and a shared silence. Section 9. When foreigners try Saisen, surprised, confused, touched. When foreigners first try Saisen, reactions vary. Some are surprised, some are confused, but many feel unexpectedly moved. At first, it seems unclear. Why throw money? Why clap? Where's the instruction sign? There usually isn't one. No one tells you exactly what to do. You just watch, you copy, you feel. And that's the beauty. There's no pressure, no perfect way, no one watching or judging. And yet when you bow, toss a coin, and stand silently, something happens. Not outside, inside. You start to reflect, to breathe differently, to feel a calm you didn't expect. Many tourists say the same thing. I didn't know what I was doing, but it felt meaningful, or I felt connected to something I can't explain. That's Saisen, a ritual you don't need to understand fully to experience deeply. It welcomes you without words. It invites you to slow down, to be quiet, to be still. In a world of noise and speed, this simple act feels sacred. So if you're ever in Japan, don't worry about doing it right. Just try, gently, sincerely, and you might discover something unexpected. Not about Japan, but about yourself. Section 10. More than a coin. The quiet beauty of offering. It's just a coin. It makes a sound. It disappears into a wooden box. But what if it's more than that? What if that small coin is actually a quiet reflection of your heart? Saisen is not about money. Not really. It's about presence. About showing up not to ask, but to offer. You offer your time, your stillness, your humility. You offer a part of yourself. No one will see it. No one will praise it. And maybe that's what makes it beautiful. In Japan, beauty often lives in silence. In moments we don't explain. In actions we repeat not because we have to, but because we choose to. The act of Saisen is like that. Simple, unspoken, eternal. A coin thrown, a bow made, a moment held. In that brief silence, you're not just connecting to a god. You're connecting to yourself. And that's rare today. In a world of noise and speed, this quiet offering asks you to stop, to breathe, to remember who you are. So next time you see someone toss a coin into a box, remember it's not about luck. It's not about asking. It's about giving. Gently, honestly, silently. Just a coin? No. It's everything you didn't say. Finally being heard. What do you think about this part of Japanese culture? Is it the same where you live or totally different? I'd love to hear your thoughts or questions in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.